All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is actually Saturday, July the 11th, and what I'm going to share with you today is a great way to be able to trail behind price, meaning to maximize your actual profits. When you are into profit or you take a trade, to be able to maximize or move your stop loss behind price so that you can, make more money along the way. It's a very simple strategy that ties into the strategy that I already talk about here in the channel. I put together a great PDF which outlines the strategy, and if you do want a copy of that, there's a few things you're going to need to do. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you the title of it. It is called the ES Futures Blueprint. Back up, it's titled the ES Futures Range Bar Blueprint, a guide to funding your freedom. If you want a copy of this actual PDF, which goes over the step-by-step strategy using supply and demand, but more so looking at charts in reference to chart confluence, because that's what, the strategy and how I trade. I'm looking for confluence across, a few different charts, relatively back at the same area or same zones. They're giving me or showing me strength within the market to where, there's momentum to the upside and we have a trend where the market is moving higher and breaking structure, pulling back the key areas of, say, demand if it's in a bullish mode to the upside and breaking structure. I'm looking to go long, okay, and then vice versa if the market is pushing lower. So that's what the strategy or that PDF outlines. It's a 5-page PDF which goes in detail about the strategy. Now, it is kind of the strategy is universal, but I talk about the ES and that actual that blueprint. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you like the micro NASDAQ futures or the MNQ. The strategy is universal. You can use it no matter the future market. The only difference is in the PDF is that I showed the pair of charts that I use for trading the ES, which are the 60, 30, and the 12 on the ES. With the micro NASDAQ or the MNQ or the regular standard, E-mini contract, the NQ, I'm using the 320, 120, and 24. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today and sharing with you as a reference and how you can basically maximize your profits in doing so with this particular market to where you can take, say, for example, a $250 win. I'm going to share with you the math real quick behind that. Trade the MNQ and then being able to scale that up, to greater amounts by maximizing profits, say up to like $1,000, right, or more, depending on. But it's very, very easy, the strategy. So if you want a copy of that blueprint, do a couple things down in the comment section. Make sure to comment ES Blueprint, please. ES Blueprint, please, and then make sure to subscribe to the channel and then click the like button. Then come over to the Discord. The link is down in the description portion of the video. It is free to join. And there on the Discord, once you join, send me a direct message. DM me. Do not go to the general chat channel or the trading floor or any other channel. DM me and send me your YouTube username, because I'm going to be cross-referencing the username to make sure that you guys follow through with all the steps over on the YouTube. So make sure to, number 1, comment ES Blueprint, please. Number 2, subscribe to the channel. And then number 3, make sure to like. All right. And then basically number 4 is head over to the Discord and send me a DM with your username. Now, and so you can see the outline or the PDF, and that is the image of the PDF's 5-page. But anyways, let's move forward because I want to share with you how this basically works. All right. So what you want to do is within the strategy is just figure out the direction. So whatever higher base charts, you don't have to use range bars, but whatever charts you are using, for me, I'm starting with a 320 range because I want to find the direction of the market. So this is looking at, what is that? The July the 9th, which was Thursday's trading market. So I can see here on the chart, sorry about that. Let's get this up and running. The market has, broke to the upside right here. We have a bullish run to the upside. The market's breaking structure higher. It pulls back, and we have this key area of demand right here, okay? This is off a higher base chart. So figure out the direction from your higher base chart. Yes, you can see that we were bullish to the downside here. We have a nice channel. But then what does it do? It starts to push back to the upside right here. Push back to the upside. It's creating structure as it runs back to the upside. Got a bullish run, create some structure here, and then it breaks that area structure right there back to the upside. So now we got a high, we got another high, it's breaking and taking out new highs. So this is the pullback to a key area of demand right here. Okay, now this is low probability. I tend to like my trades taken from high probability areas, and there's a difference there. So if you are, an elite or an ultra elite supporter, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you can spend some time watching even some of the videos here in the channel to understand the difference, because we're looking for an imbalance or gap back at the zone. That's what makes it high probability. But that doesn't mean a low probability area or zone off of a higher base chart will not hold, a couple of times. It could possibly. This one did. You can see we got an aggressive push to the upside here. A lot of buying, comes back, it tests this area here. So what I'll do is mark up my zone, say for example, on a higher base chart first. Then I'll just scale down to the next chart, find some confluence as it retraces back. That's that 320 zone. Now, and there is also a high probability area here on the 120 as well. So that's what I'm talking about, multi-chart confluence. The more confluence that we have, where we can stack up, multiple areas of demand, where it's kind of sinking in relatively in the same area, that's going to give me more confluence to want to take, or more confirmation to want to take the trade going to the upside. Now, once it taps to 320, we see we have a 120 zone here. We mark that up, and then we can see the market starts to push to the upside. But I'm not taking trades off of, these higher charts. I'm scaling down to find more of a precise entry point. So I'll go one step, or one chart lower than that, and I can see on the 24 range that it taps here. We got the tap in the 320, the 120 right here. The bigger box is 320, and the larger box is, larger box is 320. The one below that is going to be the 120. And then from there, what I'm doing is I'm looking for a directional push or shift to the upside, because you can see that the market looks bearish here on the 24 range chart. We want the market to be back in position in our alignment with all charts. If the higher base chart is bullish and this is looking bearish, we want the charts on the 24 range chart, our entry chart, for me, to be back moving to the upside. So I'll look for some, bullish shift where the market is pushing back to the upside here. As you can see, we're starting to make these, runs to the back to the upside, where it's making, higher highs and higher lows as it pushes higher. Now, this right here, it pulls back. It have a high, we have a low there. It's breaking higher, takes out that high there, and it even takes out this high right here. So as it pulls back, you can see that this is a high probability area of demand right here. Okay, we got some selling to the downside, but there's aggressive buying back to the upside. Now, as far as where or when which demand zone may hold up, we never know 100%, which one, because especially if you have a swing to where there could be multiple areas, say for example of swings where there could be demand at, or swings, when the market broke structure, we never know. We can only trade based on the rejection point when they get back to the zone. There's no 100% confirmation and to know exactly which, zone to trade it off of. We're just looking for a confluence across, and then looking for, the market to be back in alignment on all charts, or across all charts, to trade in the same direction with the higher base charts. So if the higher base 320 is bullish, the higher base 120 is bullish, and now we're breaking structure back to the upside, breaking above that high there, pulling back. This is a key area of demand right here that the market could, bounce off of, and we could take a trade going back to the upside. The goal is to trade the market back to the upside to, basically back up to this area here. Why? Because this is the first zone that we marked up off the higher base chart. And as you can see, there are imbalances going back to the upside, back up towards this high right here. So the high is resting here before the retracement back at, say, 9,030, right? So we're looking for the market to go up and touch this first area at 772, the imbalance there, touch up in this area here, and then aim for the high, right? So we don't know if it's going to break the high, but we want to for the first areas of the gap fills to be pushing back to the upside, meaning the fair value gaps, or gaps, whatever you want to call it, imbalances, back to the upside once we have, the confluence there with the 320, the 120, and now on the 24, we're looking for a setup. So we've got, the market pushing up, got a bullish run, pulls back, break structure. We push higher here, pull back, break more structure to the upside. This could be a focal point right here to trade off of. That is a demand zone right there. As you can see, it rejects off of that small area of demand on the 24. So we could trade, potentially this area right here going back to the upside. As you see, it fills the imbalances. Don't know 100% that it's going to break that high there. So then it does fill the imbalances right there. So let's say you got into a trade somewhere around about 756, took it back up to this area here. What did I say? 756, 57 area. It's not much there, maybe 10, 12 points right there before it starts coming back down to the downside. Now there's another area of demand resting right here. As you can see, back down here around 700. There's a lot of confluence there because you have an area of demand resting right there. You have the 700 round number there. So everything's kind of stacking up at that actual level. So if you were to take this trade on a pullback, and that's the one thing to be mindful of, is like if we take this trade right here, you got to be mindful. If you take a trade up where the market is a little higher up on this bullish run to the upside, you got to understand there are imbalances resting below, coming back down to where the market may want to, kind of fill in. It's already filled these gaps or imbalances resting up in this area here. All right, came back, fill these right here. So it's got to fill these imbalances down from here back up here. Okay, it's got to fill these imbalances right here. So when it starts to retrace, this may not always like being a guarantee that's going to break higher. Okay, yeah, they may feel the imbalances in and then come back to the downside. So what they did was they stopped, say for example, on this area right here. Okay, and it starts to push back to the upside. Now, if you're trading, let's say, for example, the MNQ, the micro NASDAQ futures, going for 25 points, you're trading the micro futures. If you trade with 5 contracts and you have the capital to be able to do so, on 25 points, that's going to scale you to up to $250, right? So let's say you are maybe have multiple contracts on or whatever the case is, and then you are able to make your 25 points on this trade here back to the upside, and you pick up your $250, right? Your 25 points. So from there, let's say the market starts to, you pick it up, it starts to pull back. The way to be able to scale up even and maximize more profit is on every basically higher low the market makes. So if we take a trade right here, our stop loss is roughly going to be, I like to give myself like anywhere between 3 and 4 points buffer, just so long it doesn't break below the actual demand area. And just want to also let you know, if you missed this opportunity right here, there was another area right here of a demand zone. Take a trade going back to the upside as well, back up towards this high. And then the goal is to basically, run it higher back up to this area, because you have that higher base area right here where that is the swing or the retracement back down to this area. Okay. But this is just a lot more price action, what it looks like here on the 24 range chart. But that's what we're doing. We're scaling down to find an entry point. So what I'm trying to get to let you know is that once you have, marked up, you found the confluence across all charts, you're able to get into a trade once you find a demand zone on your last chart. Okay. Again, we got 320 range zone, 120 zone there. This is letting us know the market is very bullish. It pulls back. We've tried to find some area of demand to trade going back to the upside, but you got to be mindful that once the market starts pushing up, at some point it may, hold up at a high or whatever the case is. We're looking for the first area of imbalances to be filled first, and then basically kind of trailing behind price to maximize profits. So if we got into a trade in this area right here, market goes up, it pulls back. Yeah, maybe a little bit shaky, but that's the name of the game and the goal. The market has its ebbs and flows. It's got to push up, pull back, or push down, pull back. So it pushes up, pulls back, it makes a basically a higher low there, breaks to the upside here, and every time the market moves up to the upside and makes a higher low. So let's say your stop is right there, pushes up, you're in profit, comes back, right? Your stop is still here. Once it breaks to the upside, then move your stop loss from here to here, okay? And so every little swing that it makes basically to the upside or break a structure to the upside, you can start moving your stop loss higher. So we got a higher low, pushes up, higher low, pushes up, move your stop from here to here. Okay, comes back, doesn't stop you out. You're right here. Your stop loss would be, for example, because now you're moving it up. By now, you've already picked up your 25 points. It pulls back, makes another higher low before breaking to the upside and taking that area out. Then you can continue still to run it to the upside if you can hold on to it off the lower base chart, because you still know that on a higher base chart at 320, as we just looked at, the market still got a lot of area to fill. So let's see how far, let's go back to the area. Let's see how far, gracious, sorry about that. See how far that it actually goes up to before it may have actually stopped you out. So you went from here to here, pushes up, break structure, okay? Got another higher low situation here, all right? And now the market breaks more structure to the upside. So your stop loss goes from here to here. Okay, so imagine being able to get into this trade where your stop loss would have originally been at, say, around 29,694. Now your stop loss is sitting way up here at 29,750. Okay, you've close to almost picked up 100 points there, or what's that, roughly 90 points, whatever the case is. And then it breaks another area structure above that high there. So now you push, your stop goes from here back up to this area here, and it's still moving to the upside before it comes back and stops you out right here. So now you went from basically back here at the back end here, let's say 29,693, 692 area, all the way back up to your stop loss now is at 29,777, which is a lucky number, right? Okay, they're saying that, right? So I'm just telling you, there's a lot of ways to be able to maximize this, and this is basically a trailing behind price every time the market, if we're in a bullish situation, every time it's breaking to the upside, making a higher low, bring the stop loss up right below the last higher low, and then when it breaks structure again, bring it back up again. This way you're locking in price, or you're locking in profit behind the market each time it breaks structure. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's how you can actually turn $250 a win, trading the micro NASDAQ future into $1,000 plus payday. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Now, if you want a copy of that actual PDF, again, like I said, make sure to follow the instructions at the beginning of the video. You know what to do. Now, this is all what I talk about in the strategy here. I show plenty of examples to our, members. Okay, if you want to become like an elite or an ultra elite supporter member, that's why I really go into detail about the blueprint and break things down very, very, very finely, so that you can understand the trades that I actually take, the ones that I post over on the Discord on our trading floor. I go back and I break them down. There's tons and tons of that valuable information where I'm talking about some great, topics and giving away a lot of valuable nuggets or information. If you don't believe me, if you come over to the Discord, you'll see comments that people are posting that are part of the community, in a sense, those that are true elite and ultra elite supporters, because they understand the premise behind the actual strategy and they're putting it to work themselves. There's a testimonial channel on the Discord, and you can see people's testimonials behind them trading using the same strategy and how they're profitable trading prop firms. And a lot of them, some of them are trading with their own funded accounts, meaning their own personal live account, having a broker. A lot of them are also using, the prop firms. Either way, it doesn't really matter. The strategy works. It's just a matter of being able to put the time in. So that is what you get by becoming an elite or an ultra elite supporter. It's only $6.99 a month to become an elite supporter, but you're getting all my trade breakdown videos where I'm walking you through in detail the trades that I take, my mindset of what I was thinking, why I took that trade, covering the concepts surrounding market structure, price action, stop loss placement, and profit target areas as well. But you also get the video playlist and a great video surrounding market structure, which is about 45 to 50 minutes long. But outside of that, guys, you can also become an ultra elite supporter if you want the live recorded trading sessions where I record my session during the New York session, then I post it. It's not live streaming. I don't do that. But I record my session and I go back and you see me capture trades or take trades within the video recording of my session. And so it's my, recorded session there where I'm going through top-down analysis, looking at gold. I could be looking at the ES, the NASDAQ. I'm going through what the market looks like, going through structure, and you see me engage in trades and I break them down as well. So all you have to do is click the join button right below the video. You see that button, that tab that says JOIN. Click that. You'll see a few tiers pop up. This is all through the YouTube membership program. It's your way of supporting, say, for example, the channel here, but you're also receiving lots of valuable information surrounding, getting perks and rewards back. Now, I can't guarantee anything because you should know this by now. Trading is very risky. So you got to know that no matter what direction you go to maybe learn something from or, engage in trading yourself. It is very risky. So there is no guaranteed in this business. But the thing about it is the time you put into it and the value it's going to show in terms of what you're going to get out of it, in a sense. Okay. So there's a lot of valuable information that I have to share, but the choice is yours. Well, for $6.99 a month, I mean, it's a month now. We're talking like 24 cents on the day. It's a lot of information there that you can actually pick up on. So the choice is yours. If you want to choose to become a member, click the join button. That's all you got to do. That's all I have today, guys, to share with you. I just want to kind of, rehash and talk more about how to actually trail to be able to maximize profit behind price. Okay. You can step the game up to where you can take a $250 winning day and turn it into a $1,000 winning day. Okay, that's all I have. Take care. Everyone have a great weekend. I personally will be taking some time off next week, but take a little breather. But I'll be, I will be on the Discord looking at, you guys, when you post, whatever the case is, I'll be checking that. And hopefully everyone has a great, successful week next week. And I wish everyone much success and profitable week as well. So take care and have a great rest of your weekend and be profitable next week, guys. Remember, the goal in trading is always to understand patience is going to lead to consistency, and consistency is going to lead to profitability. Understand that, okay? Take care.